Hello my charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for Vlogmas Day 2. As you can see, this clip is from Thursday, December 2nd, and I am opening up my Nespresso Advent Calendar. Spoiler alert, every day we're going to be starting with the Advent Calendar. You can see here, it's a little blurry, but I got the Stockholm pod, which is one I've actually tried in the past. Just to be completely candid with you guys, because I add like sweetener and milk to these pods, I really can't ever tell the difference between the actual flavors. They all kind of are vaguely the same, but I love my coffee, I love my Nespresso machine, and I love this Advent Calendar. So Thursday was a very busy day for me, and I ended up having a late lunch, which kind of looks like a late brunch. This is scrambled eggs on top of like a muffin and salmon, smoked salmon. Very delicious, love it, quick and easy to make. And the reason why I was so busy on Thursday and also Friday was I was preparing for my New Year's goal setting workshop that was on Saturday the 4th. So you can see here a little clip of me kind of flipping through some slides. I was really heads down from most of the week, I would say, actually, but Thursday and Friday, very heads down because it's, the days preceding a class. I'm always very focused on making sure I've got my presentation and class materials and things like that in order. On to Friday, December 3rd. Let's go ahead and see what is in store for us in the Advent calendar. I will say that I think all Advent calendars are a little bit hard to open. You can see a little bit me struggling in these clips to like get the pods out. Oh, and it's Nicaragua. Another unique, I guess, single origin espresso, a little bit of a lighter flavor today. I tend to really like really bold flavors. Like I really like the high intensity, very strong flavors. But as I kind of already mentioned, I put like cream and sweetener in my coffee. So, they all end up tasting the same at the end of the day. At the bottom of the cup, it's my delicious coffee and I'm glad to have it. So in addition to drinking espresso and working on my class slides on Friday, I also did a little tidying up. Friday tends to be my house cleaning day, and you can see I'm just kind of, vacuuming with my Dyson stick vac, which I still love and totally recommend. I have an older one and I still think it's the most amazing thing ever. But as I was saying, Friday is my cleaning day generally. I like to go into the weekend at home with a nice clean house. And this new home that I'm living in is all hardwood or tile floors. And so I actually think I need to like bump up my cleaning to twice a week, at least my vacuuming, because geez Louise, do hardwood floors show, you know, dirt and dust so quickly. But I also needed to clean up today because I had guests coming over, and you'll see in the next clip what we did. Here she is. This is the activity I did on Friday night with some people who came over. We trimmed my Christmas tree, and I just really love green and white. That's like my favorite, like, and silver. So that's what I did for my Christmas tree. And you can see my mother-in-law had given me that. It looks like a Chanel No. 5 ornament. I think she said she got it at like Home Sense or Home Goods, one of those two, but it is so adorable and totally me on my Christmas tree. Now on to Saturday. This was my big day, my New Year's goal setting and planning workshop. So it was a very important day for me to get caffeinated as early as possible. So let's go ahead and look for number 4. Oh, there's number 4's advent calendar slot. And we'll go ahead and see what this advent calendar had in store for me for this very, very important day. Okay, this looks promising. It's ristretto, but oh no. There's something about this ristretto that's a little bit different. It's decaffeinated. Okay, so this was a little bit of a sad moment for me because I absolutely needed a whole bunch of caffeine, but I do have other ristretto pods. So I ended up just kind of putting this pod in the reserve and switching it out for an actual like fully caffeinated ristretto pod. Now ristretto tends to be my favorite pod. It's also one of those like very strong pods. Now, because this was such a big day for me, I always like to start off long and important and stressful days with a really relaxing bubble bath. So that's the first thing I did. No, look, you can see my little energy drink. So I did make sure that I was plenty caffeinated this morning. Don't you worry. Now, I also had a pretty good sized to-do list of things that I also needed to get done the morning of my workshops. So whenever I have a workshop or a live class, I always have to send an email. In this case, I had to update my website with some links and things like that. So you're going to see just me working a little bit here because I did have a few things that I had to finish up that I tend to do the morning of an event like this. And also, very impromptu, I decided to paint my nails red to be festive for class. So I'm using my Chanel nail polish. It's in the color Emblématique. I love this color. It's just the most beautiful, like, Christmas holiday red. And then it was class time. So here's just a little clip of the intro of my New Year's goal setting and planning workshop. You can see I made sure to wear a red lip to match my beautiful red nails. If you are interested in catching the replay of the goal setting workshop and getting my 2022 You Got Goals planner, I'll make sure to link those down in the description box because it was an epic class and everyone seemed to really enjoy it. Okay, so onward to Sunday. Now, I'll be really honest with you. After the week I had prepping for my class, this Sunday was an incredibly lazy Sunday. But of course, I still want to open my Nespresso pods for day 5. What flavor did I get on the 5th? Ooh, it looks like a beautiful red, and it is Inspiration Napoli. So it's Naples inspired, this coffee is. And you know what? Because it was such a long week, I'm adding a little whipped cream to the top of this coffee. And does Mr. Sully want a lick? He's a little curious, but no, he's going to pass on coffee today. Okay, so after a very pretty much relaxing day, I tried to do basically nothing on Sunday. I decided in the evening to make one of my favorite dinners, which are keto nachos. So essentially, I make some ground beef, I make it like taco seasoning flavored, and I put it on these peppers that are kind of cut to kind of look like nacho chips, but of course they're not. Now, these peppers have been pre-cooked at like 350 for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then I just load them up with the ground beef. The ground beef was just kind of sauteed. I didn't put any oil or anything in it because it has plenty of fat, I'm sure, from the meat itself. And then as seasoning in there, I put like garlic salt, cumin, paprika. I think that was it. I think that was all to kind of make like a faux taco seasoning. And then, yeah, just kind of loading up these peppers. And of course, these would not be nachos if they were not loaded with some delicious taco cheese. So I am sprinkling a very generous amount of taco cheese on top before popping these into the oven for like another 10 to 15 minutes. And here they are out of the oven. Beautiful, delicious, amazing taco-y flavor. And I also ended up making on the side, you'll see me in a moment using it, a lime sour cream, where I just kind of mixed lime juice with some sour cream and topped the nachos with that. I also, I believe, put a little bit of parsley on top for some greenery. I couldn't find cilantro at the grocery store for some reason, like, in the seasoning section. So I just, made do with the parsley that I had. This is absolutely one of my favorite dinners. What can I say? I just love Mexican food. So I love tacos, I love nachos. And so this is like a really good kind of easy, low carb way to get those in. Super filling and lots of veggies, which is also super good for your diet. So here we are, just another Magic Monday, December 6th. Let's see what the Advent calendar gods have in store for me today. There she is, number 6. And who is inside? We have Vienna flavored coffee or inspired coffee. This is, again, another one of those lighter roasts. Again, I do prefer a darker roast, but you know what? I'll take what I can get. I can always make a second cup. Now on this day, on Monday, I was still feeling very sort of tired from the week before, but at the same time, I was super motivated and inspired to get a bunch of work done. So I did something that I tend to do every once in a while, maybe like definitely a few times a month. I work from my bed. So I had my planner, making some plans for the new year. I had my notebook, just sort of organizing some ideas. I had to put up a blog post, create graphics, just a variety of different things. And you know what? I can do it all from the comfort of my bed with my little furry assistant with me. So that's exactly what I did. And it definitely hit the spot for me, to kind of have that very relaxing start to the week. Having grace with yourself, I think, is important when you work from home. You don't always have to work in your office. If you can be productive in bed like I can be, then absolutely go ahead and do it. And here's my lunch from Monday, another one of those soft scrambled egg, McMuffin thingies that I make, but this one had prosciutto instead of smoked salmon, and I topped it with arugula delish. And now we come to Tuesday, December 7th. This is the final day in this weekly vlog. So let's go ahead and see what I've got here in my magical advent calendar of coffee Nespresso goodness. This was actually a very interesting pod. This was in origins Indonesia. I don't think I've ever had like an Indonesian coffee before, and I really liked the color of this pod. It was like a bluish green. Very, very pretty. I don't think like the true nature of the color is showing up on screen, but it was a pretty good roast actually. Pretty nice in the middle there. Now, after my day of working from bed on Monday, I was really feeling up to hanging out in my office. So I started by lighting this candle that I got at HomeSense. It's called Tobacco. I love scents that are like tobacco and oud and just those like sort of dark, almost masculine, musky fragrances. I really love fragrances like that. So I have this candle going in my office, absolutely setting the mood for me to get some work done today. And you know what? Take a minute right now that we've gone ahead and lit this candle together to go ahead and set an intention for yourself for the rest of this week, the rest of December, how you want to close out 2021 productively and successfully. I always think that there's a lot of magic and purification in fire. So use this moment right now and the candle and set yourself a little intention with me. So on this day, on Tuesday, I actually had to work on a few things for my business, sort of like behind the scenes, like upcoming things, one of which is an offer for a very special, like limited time Christmas bundle that I'm putting together. So you can see here, I've just pulled out my notebook and I'm sort of finishing out some ideas in my notebook. And then shortly, you're going to see me working on some things on the back end of my site, building out a web page for this new offer and all that good stuff. So it was, again, another very productive day. When it comes to me setting my to-do list for the day, you know that I work off of the idea of the top 3 list. So I try to focus on 3 impactful activities that I can get done in a day. Now, that doesn't mean that I only do 3 things in a day, but it means that I like to get laser focused on what the items are that I absolutely need to do in a day to advance my business and my life in the direction that I want. So I did spend, a whole bulk of time today, like a block of time, working on this offer and the individual pieces of it, because you'd say that it is a little bit of a project plan, right? This was something where I had to, write out what the offer was going to be. I had to kind of put pieces of it together. And honestly, I'm not even done the offer yet, but I have plenty of time to finish up the rest of the work. But if you're someone who struggles to get things done or to really make impactful progress, even though you might be planning and getting a lot of things done on your to-do list, I highly suggest trying out the top 3 idea, right? Getting really laser focused on what are the 3 most important things I could be doing today, the 3 best ways I could be spending my time today, and focusing on them first. I find that all the little individual things in life, like catching up on your email or, organizing your home or whatever the other little things of life are, they tend to just work themselves out, in my opinion. So focusing on what actually will move the needle for you can be way more impactful, in my opinion. And oh my goodness, my lunch for Tuesday was one of my favorite things to make, a shrimp salad sandwich. Not really a sandwich. This is, on like hot dog style buns with arugula, but I love shrimp salad, even in the winter. So the final item I had on my top 3 list for today was to edit and work on this vlog that you are enjoying right now. So here's just a clip of me kind of working on my computer, working on putting together the clips and all that stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you found this vlog to be inspirational and motivational. If you have any requests for things that you'd like to see during Vlogmas, of course, please leave me a comment down below. I definitely need some ideas because, as I've told you guys before, my life is mostly sitting at my desk, working and drinking coffee and petting my dog. So I would love to hear the specific things you guys are interested in seeing for Vlogmas. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I know it was a longer vlog, but I really appreciate your time, and I can't wait to share with you guys throughout the month of December some things that I'm working on, to make sure that you guys are set up for a really awesome and productive new year as well. So thank you so much. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with anyone you think would find it helpful. For more of the behind the scenes of my productivity life and business, make sure you're following me on Instagram at MissTrenchcoat. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos by me. And until next time, bye-bye.